Well, kids, what does Russell have in store for us this week? Well, it seems he's given the Doctor his most terrifying foe yet, Zoomers! I'm not entirely sure because I've mentally blocked out most of Dr. Nasty's run, but this might be the most annoying episode of this once-beloved show I've ever seen. Good God! 2 minutes in, and I was about to put my fist through my computer screen. What is this? This is horrible! It's like getting up in a great mood, then going outside and finding a homeless drug addict taking a dump on your front steps, but that's not enough. Then he starts throwing his bodily excretions at you while happily spraying piss everywhere. All you wanted to do is get some fresh air, kind of like the handful of well-meaning but very deluded Doctor Who fans who thought this season might turn itself around. Nope, instead, RTD and a bunch of insufferable Zoomers just pissed in your face. We start with the most annoying girl in the world and her stupid haircut, and this is the only part of the episode where she's even the slightest bit tolerable, because she's asleep and she hasn't started flapping her yap yet. Then she opens her eyes and I realize that I'm in for 45 minutes of pure hell! Then she says dot and bubble, and then a big bubble appears, and I'm forced to ask, is Russell actually self-aware? I mean, the guy's admitted that he lives in a bubble of pretentious elitist pricks. Is this his way of putting his world on screen? Who am I kidding? All this man does is put his world on screen, and if you don't agree, then your various forms of ists, phobes, and a poopy head to boot. Social media is a bubble. Yeah, we get it, Russell. We keep finding ways to stunt the development of young people, and then the rest of us get to deal with them when they get older. Fun times! Then this girl starts talking, and I start asking myself why I'm putting myself through this week after week. You better appreciate what I do for y'all, and it makes the degenerates and deviants mad, which makes me happy. Stupid Bubble Girl starts telling the most annoying girl in the world how awesome she is, because that's the life of a Zoomer. Constant praise for existing. Then the real world happens, and then the wailing. At least it's fun to watch. And then we get to experience the misery of being introduced to these planks one at a time. Hoochie pie! No thanks, young man. I'll pass. And, oh dear God, here we go. Only 50 seconds into the episode. Must be a record for the showrunner with his head firmly stuck up his ass. It seems Jimbo's missing. Oh no! And how can you tell who is who? They all look the same. Then Christ, Gothic Paul has something to say. Somebody introduce Gothic Paul to Dracula, please, for the love of God. Then the most annoying girl in the world finally gets out of bed, and the bubble has to instruct her how to walk. Well, these kids are pretty much useless, so there's no surprise that this was going to happen eventually. Then she actually has to ask the bubble if she has to pee. Useless! Absolutely useless. Then she's congratulated for not having to pee for 3 days. Man, which university did this dude get his MD from? Because that sounds like a serious situation requiring immediate medical attention. Then these two show up on screen. Hell! I'm in hell! Then this old lady turns up. We'll learn more about her later. Then Dr. Nutty turns up on screen, and it appears his entire involvement in this episode could have been shot over the course of an hour from his bathroom. Good Lord, Dr. Nutty, you only had 8 episodes to make. You literally disappeared from the last one, and you're literally phoning it in this one. I mean, we all know you definitely weren't the best choice for the role, but Jesus, dude, you can't even be bothered showing up to work. Dr. Nutty is warning the most annoying girl in the world of bad things, but like a typical Zoomer who has the attention span of a gnat, she turns him off and starts dancing with the old woman. Maybe this episode could be an unintended wake-up call to Zoomers. Yes, this is you. Stop it. Man, just let the monster get her. It seems we're in Fantasyland, where everything's fine all the time, and I think the 70s would have done a much better job on the effects. I mean, my God! Most qualified people for the job as always, I'm sure. Then the most annoying girl in the world is going on about her fancy new clothes, and then y'all wonder why you have no money. Then she goes on about how cute she is as the narcissism flows. Then she goes on about how boring her job is. It's called working, dear. It's not supposed to be fun. Then the Zoomers do absolutely no work. It's like one of them My Day at Work Zoomer videos. Zoomers being Zoomers, yo. Also, get lost, Gothic Paul. Nobody cares about your cries for attention. Then Princess Zumi shows up so she can hang out with her fellow Zoomers. Princess Zumi begs the most annoying girl in the world to friend her. Then the most annoying girl in the world calls Princess Zumi stupid. Also, it seems that the most annoying girl in the world only works for 2 hours a day. But even that's too much. Good Lord, these people are spoiled. The future is doomed, I tells ya. Doomed! Oh no! It seems her friends didn't show up to their 2 hours of work. Stress leave, I guess. It's a Zoomer thing. Princess Zumi tells the most annoying girl in the world to turn her bubble off. The most annoying girl in the world gets offended turns off Princess Zumi, and then we get subjected to more of Gothic Paul and his attention seeking. Then the most annoying girl in the world realizes that there's nobody else in the office, and she gets pissy when she realizes that she could have just not turned up to work at all too. Then the most annoying girl in the world turns her bubble off. Oh no, Birdie and his stupid trousers got eaten by this terribly rendered thing. Then Dr. Nutty is inconvenienced by being forced to make a second appearance in the episode of a show that is supposed to be about him. Dr. Nutty then refers to the most annoying girl in the world as Babes, because that's in keeping with the character. Then it seems that the most annoying girl in the world can't walk without the assistance of her social media bubble. Y'all know this is where the world is headed. Then she calls Dr. Nutty and Princess Zumi condescending. No, they aren't. Well, actually, yeah, they are, but not in this case. You're just useless. Then it seems that the terribly rendered slug monster isn't interested in the most annoying girl in the world because that's just how insufferable she is. Then the most annoying girl in the world calls the police, but they're busy. Oh no! Then the most annoying girl in the world heads outside and turns off her bubble again, and it seems the terribly rendered lady part slug things are eating all the annoying brats, and I find myself rooting for the slug monsters. Oh dear, how are the slug people selecting which annoying brat gets eaten next? Let me pretend to care. The most annoying girl in the world says that fine time is only for people ages 17 to 27, and old folks aren't allowed. So basically, it's the living embodiment of hell. And oh, it's only for the rich kids. I see, Russell. So this is supposed to be a rich white people are scum episode. Although, I'm sure the rich part is the least important part of your equation in stupidity. You think this is how all white people act. No, Russell, this isn't how all white people act. Just the spoiled, pretentious little snots that you surround yourself with. Then the most annoying girl in the world's mummy is Mystery Lady, as Russell once again deludes himself into thinking that anybody actually cares about his story arc, and Dr. Nutty and Princess Zumi are in the same room, and this offends the most annoying girl in the world, as Dr. Nutty removes her block. Good lord! Why would you remove her block? She's terrible. Then, oh no, more of her friends are missing, and Gothic Paul is looking for more attention. Then Gothic Paul gets eaten, and I experience my first sensation of joy this entire season. Next, the most annoying girl in the world heads underground to find the river. Then the most annoying girl in the world's battery is dying. Oh dear, for most Zoomers, this results in a catatonic state. Then, the most annoying girl in the world walks into a lamppost, and I get to experience my second moment of joy. And still, the slug monsters seem completely uninterested. Dudes, just eat her so this can be done. Then, oh dear, it's the old lady from early in the episode and she's come to help. Wait, I thought old people weren't allowed here. Well then, what's she doing here? Then the old lady hugs the most annoying girl in the world, but then gets worried because she didn't ask first. Then asks permission to hold hands. Yep, this is where procreation ends. Then we get an image of what the home world looks like, and this is actually a pretty accurate representation of what will happen when the Zoomers take over. Then Dr. Nutty and Princess Zumi both say that the old lady is hot, as this show can never seem to get its mind out of the gutter. Then we find out that the annoying brats are being eaten in alphabetical order. Well then, what a completely unimaginative twist. Then Susie has a bad day. Oh no! And the most annoying girl in the world is next. Good! Finally! Then we learn that all the bad things are happening by design. Well, of course they are. This is all part of Bill's plan. Then the dot starts to go after the most annoying girl in the world, and I start to get excited. Then the most annoying girl in the world tells the dot the old lady's real name, and the old lady gets killed. Isn't she delightful? Then the most annoying girl in the world finds the river and all the other annoying little brats and lies about how she got the old lady killed. Then we learn that Mummy is dead, and she gets over that knowledge rather quickly. Then Dr. Nutty and Princess Zumi invite the most annoying girl in the world to join them, but she's completely disgusted by this offer. Completely understandable. Then we learn that they are all a bunch of ists. Then Dr. Nutty doesn't seem to care. That's not really in keeping with your tradition of calling everybody that doesn't like you an ist, dude. Oh wait, rich little brat. Yeah, sorry Russell. I forgot. Your rules don't apply to them. Just the rest of the plebs. Then Dr. Nutty starts to cry again. Good lord! 3 episodes. Only 3 episodes of this crap left. And that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and check your subscription status because YouTube keeps deleting subscribers. Follow me on X, and until next time, suck it.